Hello, everyone, and welcome back to Finding Your Best Path to Your Emotional and Physical Health. My name is Erin, and I'm here to bring you some more information on this cognitive decline series. So if you like what you hear, please subscribe and hit the thumbs up. Any questions you may have, please leave in the comments so I can try to address those, or join me for a live question and answer session. Also, don't forget to download my 5 free videos on finding your path to your best emotional and physical health. So with that, let's get started on today's topic. So we've been talking a ton about diet, but I actually left one of the single most important factors in cognitive decline for this short session today. And I'm not going to get into a ton of detail because it would take a very long time, and there's lots of information and resources out there for you. And I would encourage you to connect with me so that I can help guide you through that process should you need it. But I just want to let you know how important exercise is. So we've talked, like I said, a ton about diet, but exercise, and diet is really complicated, and exercise can be too, but exercise is actually found to be one of the number one factors in our overall cognitive decline process and preventing it, okay? Because it increases that blood flow to the brain and is just essential for preventing cognitive decline. And it doesn't have to be intensive exercise, even though that can help, but just being active in our lives and having an active lifestyle is going to help us prevent cognitive decline. As our lifestyle gets more and more sedentary with work and TV, we see many more issues with cognition. And the benefit of exercise is it actually heals our mitochondria, which is our batteries or our powerhouse for our cells, and increases our metabolic flexibility. You know that we've been talking about metabolic flexibility and reducing insulin resistance and how essential that is for health. So we want to make sure that we do that to the best of our ability. So if you're not a person that has a lot of exercise in their life or a lot of movement, stick around, and we're going to talk about that real quick with a few tips, okay? So I just want you to know that there's a lot of research out there for both aerobic activity and for some strength training activity. And while strength training is really good for bone health, it's not as effective as the aerobic ability, which is designed more to increase our BDNF, which is our brain-derived neurotropic factor. And aerobic activity is essential for clearing the waste. So we've talked a lot about toxins and how our diet helps our body do that, but we can't clear the toxins out of our brain or our body if we don't move more. There's something called the glymphatic system, which is going to be a lot like our lymphatic system throughout our body, but it just kind of absorbs and gathers all the toxins and then flushes them out through movement and sleep. So there's a lot of ways we can kind of increase exercise. So the top 3 ways is to really try to tell ourselves that exercise is not a chore and it's just part of our daily routine, and it's important, okay? Because a lot of us start thinking we have to do it, okay? And it's not about a have to. You want to tell yourself it's a want to. You want to be healthy. You want to do outside things. You want to, not decrease your brain function, all of that. The second most important thing is get outside. There's something to be said about connecting with nature, and it's lower stress. It helps your body just connect and ground. It provides some meditative features. There's just lots of research out there about getting outside. And most of us don't get outside enough, maybe because it's cold or windy or whatever. We think of a lot of excuses, but it's important to just spend some time outside, even if we do more strength training inside in a gym or something like that. The third thing, if you're not doing any exercise, is just start walking. Walking is one of those exercise forms that is an actual weight-bearing exercise because you're carrying your whole body weight. And it really just kind of gets that blood flow kind of going, even if your heart rate is not real high. So that's a great place to start if you're not doing any activity. A lot of people I know end up not doing a lot of activity throughout their lives, and they get to the point where it's really hard to start back, and then it causes significant problems for them. And they become even more and more sedentary, and it's really, really hard to recover from. So if you are still relatively active and able to at least walk, I would encourage you to do so, because if you stop and you start sitting a lot, you are going to notice, especially if you're in the age range of anywhere over 40, you are going to notice probably an increase in pain as inflammatory conditions increase, and also you're going to see, especially if you're arthritic and that kind of thing, and all of us are going to have some aches and pains as we age, so we want to kind of keep moving through those because it will actually reduce our overall pain. There's a few other benefits to a number of different other exercises that they've actually studied. If you're looking to kind of improve overall motor functioning and connection between our synapses, dancing, and I mean social dancing, is actually really, really, really good, because you learn steps, you have to work both sides of the body, and your brain has to create those synapses between both halves, and you get some social connection with somebody, whether it be your dance instructor or a partner that you take with you. I myself have done ballroom dancing for a number of years, and I used to do that with my husband, and we actually would do a ton of stuff to try to help with his memory, with my memory, and just kind of those connections from both sides of the body. And it's really valuable. The other few things that are helpful sometimes is yoga. If you have a lot of toxins or you feel you're trying to detox a lot and you need something kind of gentle, yoga is one of those that will kind of help clear up toxins out of the body, because it really is slow, gentle movement that increases our lymphatic drainage. And there's like forms of chair yoga that you could look up and stuff like that, and all of those things are available pretty much online to help you kind of learn some of those things if you're worried about mobility and stuff like that. If you're worried about balance, then I would pick Tai Chi. I've done this one as well. Balance is essential as we get older because it provides that feedback from our body to our brain. And Tai Chi is a very slow movements, but it will build that kind of slow and small muscles. Our small stabilizer muscles get built through Tai Chi, so then we stay strong in those, and you're much less likely to have falls. So if you have any history of instability, I would pick Tai Chi. If you're experiencing a lot of stress, the exercise I would pick is Qigong. Say that 5 times. It's either pronounced Qigong or Qigong. It depends on where you're from. But anyway, those are typical breath work in conjunction with movement, almost like a Tai Chi type movement. Sometimes you can combine Qigong with Tai Chi, and it provides kind of a meditative cycle that kind of helps you start your day, and that can be really valuable as well. So those are some tips on getting started with exercise and why it's so important. If you have any questions about exercise in particular, what's safe, what's not safe, how you should kind of plan for that, please leave me questions in the comments, or connect with me on the website, and we'll see what we can do to help guide you in the right direction. So with that, I want to just reiterate, we're here for you. If you need anything, let us know how we can help, and have a great day.